me, Elmo. So I don't know what to tell you. All right. Like it says it's going live.
We are live.
We can edit all this stuff out once it's done, like the beginning chit chat part.
Okay.
But let me look on your page real quick.
Okay.
While we're waiting.
This is kind of like
my. Did I just see us together?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's on my page. But look, I'm watching me talk. So weird. All right. So it's light of mine. Light of mine.
It says live, baby.
Oh, yeah.
There we are. Oh, look, and there's Susie.
Did it.
So we're just rambling. Thanks, Susie. I love Susie. She's the best ever. She's my muse.
Susie? Like Susie, Debbie?
Oh, Susie. Yeah.
Oh. Hi, Susie.
Yeah, not Susie. I'm sorry. Susie, Debbie, me and Debbie Susie, not Susie Yoga Susie.
Yeah, I thought it was you and Debbie Susie. That's what I was thinking about. Like concert Susie. Hey, lady.
Concert,
how you doing? Nice color to see her on there. So now we're both live. And this is just, this is the interesting part of doing live readings. Cuteness says, look at her giving us compliments. I'll take all the compliments. Hello. Trevor else is signing on here. Michelle. Lots of Susies. It's just there's a lot of Susies in this world. And one of them helps us. And then there's somebody else, EDM923. I don't know who that is, but hello, whoever you are. Thank you for signing on. And I know we don't have a PowerPoint. So I figured we could answer questions and talk about what our favorite thing about the retreat was while people are waiting.
Well, let me just put out there that I just spoke to Andrea. I know she won't mind if I use her name, from our retreat last year that we did in April. And they are, many of the women there are getting together this week. She reached out to ask for some pictures. So I that's the one thing that I want to just share with you guys is this is like forever people. Like both of these separate retreats that we've already done. We did one last year in April, and then we did one this year in January. They are still connecting. They're still getting together. I just spoke to one of my other girlfriends / clients, and she just had to get together at her house. I think that was last Friday. I went to get together with Kelly. I know you weren't able to make that one. So people are still connecting and doing the things. Yeah. And so that is one thing that I love about this is it's like forever connections that are created with these retreats.
Yeah. Like the, what's her name? I can't remember her name, so I'm going to mess it up. I think it was Diana or whatever. Brucey.
Yes. Denise.
She's going to be in a pageant.
Yes. Inspired.
I thought that was awesome.
Right.
Yes. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So,
yeah. We had, for you guys who just might be looking at us like, what are they talking about? We had a pageant, Miss Senior Colorado at our last retreat. And so now we have someone else who's participating in doing that. And I think that's so awesome that they're doing that. And all the little get-togethers, and you stay connected anytime you go through that many changes with people, which is why we are friends. Because we were in a class where we went through a lot of changes.
Yes.
A lot. And so that's how we stay connected. Oh, Stephanie's putting little things on there for people to know.
Good, because I didn't see. Oh, there. I was under. Never mind. I was under the private chat. I guess there is no. Oh, love Susie. Okay, I'm going to be way behind on these.
There's not that many. It should be fine.
Okay, good.
Hi.
So if anybody has questions about the retreat, please let us know. But I think some of them that we can answer that I know are at the top of everyone's mind is like, what do we have, Kim?
I think that like information about like how much it costs and that we can kind of like set up payment arrangements between now and like a week before the retreat. I think understanding like how the rooms work, how we, like how people are doing that, whether they're choosing someone to go with them or we're choosing, like that kind of information. I feel like that is important to know, so that you understand like the accommodations and stuff. The class is awesome. And don't tell Dena, but she's an awesome co-teacher. And so it's live. So now it's recorded forever. But it's, like it's an awesome class. And I think that the class itself is kind of life-changing. And so it's very healing, and it kind of, I don't know. I thought of it in the car on the way here, and I was thinking about it. It's kind of like you kind of shed something when you do this retreat. Like you're just shedding the old stuff and moving into the new you. Whatever part of the journey you are there, it's different for everyone, but it's really cool how people get to connect and go through this experience with a bunch of other women who create that sense of community that I think is so beautiful and so necessary with women, for women to connect with other women and empower other women.
Right.
Nothing against the dudes, but this whole retreat, I feel like, is really just about like empowering us to kind of like grow however we need to grow.
So the one thing, okay, so let's just say for money-wise, because I know that's big for people, obviously, it's actually a very affordable retreat. It's $1,111 for triple occupancy. So that is 3 people to a room. You do share a bathroom, but it's never been a huge issue. Everybody has just, made it work. I think we had one situation at the last one, but everything was handled. Everything was handled. But it is affordable and it's transformational. It's life-changing for so many people. Like we have, if you just even go to embraceretreats.com and look at some of those reviews, people will say, after the retreat, I did this. Even like with Denise, and I know she won't mind me sharing this, but she's just saying, I feel lighter and this and that. And it's not like, I do love us and I love how we work together, but it's also the community. It is the collective of these beautiful women that hold space for you to change and transform and trust yourself and step into yourself and step into your power. And this also includes all of your meals the entire time you're there. It includes the stay. It includes the beautiful amenities.
And the class.
Yeah.
Is included in that. That's part of the tuition for the class.
And then let me just throw this out here too, you guys. I still yell at Kim about this, but she's a big girl, I guess. She does gallery readings. So one of those nights, she reads as many people as she can. She talks to your loved ones who have crossed over, as many as she can. To me, that right there is just huge. The other thing is that soul retrieval you do is so damn powerful. Like you guys, I don't know, I could talk about it forever, but it's definitely worth the money. It's definitely worth the investment. Debbie asked today if she thought maybe it was challenging because it was Mother's Day weekend. And I think this is like one of the best gifts you can give yourself. And if you still have to, sorry, Debbie's calling me. I say her name and she calls. Anyways.
You summoned her.
Susie, tell Debbie to stop. But you're done by 2:00. So if you want to, take your mom to dinner or something to that effect, or go spend time with your kids, it's still doable. But I think do this for you. Like we say it's Mother's Day, but if you are a mother, we all know how that works. Yes. Do this for you. Let it be for you.
Well, and I think you could also like bring your mom. Like you and your mom could do it together.
Had quite
that would be yeah. That's kind of, I know that my mother would never be down for that, but some people's moms might. And to those mother-daughter, like Stephanie comes, she's my daughter, even though she's also forced labor, but she is my daughter and she comes. So it's like, it's nice. It's just such a great kind of connection. And it is, I think somebody asked where it was and Stephanie put Colorado Springs. Essentially, it's not even really to Colorado Springs. It's a Monument, kind of, you get off the Monument exit. It's east about, east. So it's probably like 8 miles east of the Monument exit on I-25. So it's not really that far. It's about like 45 minutes from anywhere pretty much in Denver, unless you're up north, then it's probably an hour. But it's a beautiful retreat center. And so I've never run retreats before. I've never done anything like that. And I think this is freaking awesome because it's like everything's there. And then of course, and you can, take the class in your pajamas. You don't have to get dressed up. Like it's such a, I don't know. It's like that community thing. I love that because I don't have a lot of that unless I have my 𝐒𝐴ZBake Coven friends around. But other than that, this is just a beautiful experience. And side note, Dena likes mornings and she will take you outside to ground. I will be snug in bed at that particular time. But she's for all of you who are morning people, you have Dena.
We go out and do earthing, and the last 2 times we went, it snowed. Even in April, like the weather was fine. We go there, and I swear the snow just came. It was so beautiful and powerful, that first one. But yeah, we will go earthing in the snow if you're down for it. And we've had quite a few brave souls do that, and it's just actually it's a really good jump start to your morning if you're a morning person. We also do a morning meditation. If you're a morning person. If not, you get to sleep in and chill. If you're a night person, Kim does all the night things.
I do all the night things.
We do artwork at night.
We're doing dancing this time. We're dancing.
Yeah, we're still going to do the art though. We're still going to do the soul porn.
It's a dance party and art and talking to dead people because that's how I feel my evenings.
Yes, talking to dead people. Yes, I love it.
The gallery reading, like when you said that I did never expected to be putting that into the retreat, but I think it's so helpful because a lot of the stuff that we have that we need to work through, not everybody is alive that we want to connect with. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes it's hard, if you had an issue with a parent and they weren't there, whatever the situation was. And so you have this issue and then they're gone. So who do you resolve it with? So part of this is really about connecting with the other part of the universe, really, that will help you heal in a different way. And the soul retrieval thing is really cool because it's like, it includes your dead people, but it also includes like, you connecting with your soul and bringing back pieces of yourself that you might have felt that you lost along the way. Dena does tapping. Now, I have to say, I didn't realize that I was doing this, but it's her fault. But when I get stressed out and I'm driving, I start doing this. And one day I asked her, I said, what am I doing? What am I doing? She goes, that's the butterfly. And of course it's the butterfly. And so of course it's the butterfly. But it's like the tapping stuff like breaks up all those like thinking patterns, because I don't know about you guys, but like I do this all the time. I sit and think of like worst case, like, oh my God, I said this, I shouldn't have said that. But when I sit there and tap, it kind of clears it all away. Right. So she works with that and also,
causes a disruption in your energy center. So, I mean, with her just saying that, you guys are going to learn and take home so many tools. It's just not like just come and have fun and then go home and have to deal. Like we set you up for success. And you know what, the next time we do this, maybe we see if we can have, some of the women who have attended, and I saw Kendra. So Kendra, thank you for showing up. But, have some of them share what they accomplished afterward or what they did afterwards, because we will give you tools. So it's not just feel good and then you have to go home to being human again. But you have the tools and you have goals and intentions and things to strive for. And it's in doable steps. It's not from here to there. And so I think that's great. And so my part is basically helping you to release the limiting beliefs, helping you to release the old stories that you don't want to validate you anymore. And like your habits or the things that you're doing and you don't understand why you're making these stupid choices or not showing up in a manner you wish that you would. That's what we kind of unpack together and get that cleared out so that you can step forward and become the powerful woman, that you are, and embrace your inner humanness and love it.
Yeah. And Dena's really good with boundaries. That's not my forte, but she's very good with that. So I'm getting better. I'm working on it. But Dena does that. I do a lot of kind of like mental health stuff, like how you think, a lot of CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, about like how you think and how to get out of like some of the thinking traps, the ways that we get stuck in our lives. So I definitely like, it's a compliment to what Dena is doing, because it's good to kind of understand how everything's working, and then to be able to disrupt that all. So like the two of us complement each other pretty well with that. I will talk all my nerdy psychology talk that I love, and then Dena does her thing, and then we save the connecting with your loved ones and stuff for not right away. But also, let us not forget
Susie and Rebecca.
And Rebecca. Yes, this Rebecca does the most incredible sound healing thing. And I do my soul retrieval right after it, because it brings my energy to that vibration doing it with her. It's freaking phenomenal. So it also brings your guys' energy to that place. And then we go and do the soul retrieval. But the sound bath, I've been around. Okay. Like it's been like almost 20 years we've been doing this stuff. And I've been around and I've never had a sound bath like that. Both times were phenomenal and different. She did it different ways, but it's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know, did I make it to the yoga one?
You did. So Susie does yoga nidra, which is, so people
Yes,
who are like, I'm not a yogi, or I can't do this or that. This is just beautiful presence with your body. It's not like fast, heavy duty yoga. It's just beautiful presence, holding doable positions. And she meets you where she is. And they're both just beautiful and powerful. Susie just finished a retreat in Peru, and that Rebecca did some, sound healing for. But then she also incorporates Qigong. And if you guys have never done Qigong, so powerful. And literally, if you are sensitive to energy, you will definitely feel how it shifts the energy in your body. So we break up, some of the heavier stuff with some of this beauty and empowered movement and presence.
Yeah. Then we have to talk about the fun stuff, the dance party.
Yeah.
So there'll be art and dance parties in the evening. Well, one evening it will be very serious and connecting with loved ones, but the next evening will be a good time. And that way you can come down, we'll have a little pajama dance party. And then on Sunday morning, we kind of like go through everything. We kind of finish up on Sunday morning, get ready, getting you guys out the door like by about 2:00. Yeah. So, we're not that far from Denver. So you still have the rest of your Mother's Day available. But if this is something, like Mother's Day is really about like honoring the nurturer in your life. And so what better nurturer than yourself to take care of you? Who knows you best? You. And so doing something like this on that weekend, it might be very beneficial in that way. The other thing is, I don't think that right now we have any scheduled anymore for this year. So this is also kind of like this is the last time we're doing this for a while. This is the third one. We will do them again, but not for a while. So if you're kind of on the fence, and you are like, oh, I don't know. Now might be the perfect time for you to do that, because we don't know what the next one's going to look like. And the other thing is that I think, sometimes people like think like, should I take it again? Do I want to take it again? And I think because Dena and I we don't change it, but we change it, like it caters to whatever our group is, whatever group of women kind of comes. And so there's parts that we basically have it all planned. And then there's parts that we might remove and add something else. So like so sometimes like if you come back and do it again, it's a whole different experience. And it's
because you have new eyes too. Like even Debbie, every time she says, and I know Stephanie. Right. They're like, oh, I didn't get that last time. And half the time, I mean, we don't remember what we say anyway. So it's always something fresh and new. So yeah, there's always so much more to gain. And then just even from one another. Like I love learning from other human beings. So
yeah,
there too.
Well, and it's like, there's a lot of like safe vulnerability in these groups of women. So there's like a safety in being vulnerable and expressing yourself and realizing that other people have been through similar shit. Because often when you have really hard experiences, sometimes it's hard to relate to other people when you go through those experiences. But in this type of group setting, everybody's got their stuff, everybody's being vulnerable, and they're opening up, and you don't necessarily like feel alone as you're on your journey. And I think that is the main reason why everybody stays connected afterward, because how often are you that vulnerable in a group where you feel like you're seen? And
Right.
so I think those friendships that come from that are freaking amazing. So, yeah. All right. Do you guys got any questions for us? Are you just sitting there listening to us talk? Sorry. She said, Renee, it does sound fun and you are invited to go. So it's, I saw that one. But let's see. Also be missing. Oh, yeah. Michelle said something. You're welcome to come from outside of Colorado. But
we have some people coming from outside of Colorado, and we have in the past as well.
Yeah, and so we'll just say DIA, not Colorado Springs Airport.
Yeah, DIA is easier, and I think it's probably maybe the same distance, but I think DIA might be a little closer and probably cheaper to fly into. Probably
it is cheaper to fly into. But Michelle had a good point. She said it would be healing for anyone who might be missing their mom. Yeah. So that's another thing about it. I didn't even think of that, but of course, is like if since I'm there, because everywhere I go, they come. If Kim is there, they will come. And so it's like, parents, people, it doesn't even have to be your mom. It could be like the people who like helped raise you. Like maybe your grandma helped, maybe, when she's been in the spirit world and you're not really sure, like, is she around or whatever. So that's why I like those gallery readings on that. It's Friday night that I do it. Is that I love that because you get to reconnect with them and hear messages from them. And like, I think our loved ones, when they pass away, they are in the very best place and way that they can be because they don't have any human limitations of a body or emotions or any of that stuff. And they understand everything and they understand their impact on you. So it can be very healing just in that regard alone. Just being able to connect with your loved ones and bring them along on your healing journey. And that's, I
was just going to say also for people who don't have that mother-daughter connection.
Oh, yes.
Great. Like just come and honor you, come and take care of you. Just let it be a moment where, we can maybe even release a little bit more of that energy that may still be lingering with that relationship. Taking your power back and embracing you. So that could be good too.
I often, when you're doing your things, I'm sitting there thinking about my relationship with my mother because it's difficult, very, very difficult. So a lot of this kind of stuff, and she's alive, and a lot of this kind of stuff can be really like beneficial in the sense that it allows you to feel a little lighter when you leave. There's lots of you expect your mother, or you expect your parents to have a certain role in your life and to nurture you and take care of you. But the reality is that isn't always how it works. And people are kind of growing up with their kids sometimes. Ask my kids, they'll tell you. And they're kind of, growing up with their kids sometimes. So sometimes our parents don't really have it all together, but it's like in understanding that and being able to let it go and let go of those expectations as well. So sometimes those connections, these things that we're thinking about within the retreat really kind of like bring us to a healing place with even relationships with living people as well. So I love that. All right. Who'll be coming back from Midwest Illinois at any time?
That's for you.
Oh, Kim, will you be coming back to the Midwest Illinois at any time? Yes. Yes. When? Don't ask. I can't tell you. But I will be going back there. I'm wondering if you were in Chicago, because it's been a couple years since I went out there and did that fair. But odds are any events that I have out there will be private events. So we'll let you know. I have a whole I-80 corridor plan coming up here. I just have to get it all coordinated. But yeah, I'll be out there in the Midwest again.
So Dana also shared that she was grateful for the huge release in healing. And I have to say that was a very huge release in healing. But it was also, I mean, it was her. It was what she did. So it was us holding the container. I'm out here like this and you guys can't see me. Okay, holding the container. And she just, you did exactly what you needed to do in that moment for yourself. And so everyone's going to have a different experience, but oh my gosh, her experience was so powerful, so beautiful, so hard. But she just went right in and did what she needed to do in that moment. And it was beautiful. So thank you for trusting us, Dana. And thank you for being you.
The transformation stuff with this, because I'm butterfly people. So I love that transformational aspect of things where even if you feel like you've made some progress, but you're like not sure, like what is it that still needs to go? What is it that what's still in my way on my path? Is that, this can be kind of like an experience to get in touch with whatever that is as you like move forward on your journey. So let's see. Kimberly, I live in Indiana, and yes, I met you at that fair. Okay.
And Miranda says hi too.
Hi, Miranda. Hello. That's what. Hi, Kendra.
Kendra.
So Kendra, I've known Kendra for a while now. And it was very lovely to see her blossom and her big smile.
And she's coming back. And she's coming back. So thank you.
She is? Yay! Yeah. That is so awesome. Good. I'm going to hug her face off. So I'm hugging your face off, Kendra, just in case you didn't know. Just throwing that out there. Little hugs. I'm always happy when I recognize people. And so I'm so happy that I just want to hug them. Because usually I don't always. But does anybody have any other questions for us? Because we thought we would just come on tonight. We're getting kind of close to that time. So I want to make sure that we answer any questions if you guys have them. Who is that? Who hasn't seen you in so long?
Oh my gosh. She sent me when I was on the Mississippi address. Hi, Jennifer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, it's been forever, and she's totally in tune and yes, magical as well. So
that's awesome.
You should join us at the retreat. Just putting that out there. Okay. So does anybody have any questions? And we'll do this again. I think we're going to do it again next week. And we can go over, detailed of more things. But if anybody has questions, even can ask Kira and we'll answer them for you. Yeah. So
the other thing is we're doing the next one. And then I'll also, if for some reason you can't get online, isn't it Friday? Is it Friday or is it a different day? Sunday. I think we're doing it like on a Sunday morning or something like that.
I think
the other one. Yeah. And I will be doing a live, like doing readings and stuff on here at some point in the coming weeks. So if you don't get your questions answered or you can't tune in on Sunday, you're of course always welcome to email us. The website is embraceretreats.com. You can access it from Dena's site and my site, and in the chat history on here, there's a link as well. So what kind of questions? I have seen you several times, but my dad was murdered. Okay. So this is a question and answer for our retreat, our women's retreat that's coming up on Mother's Day weekend. As far as live readings and stuff like that from me, there will be another one coming up here pretty soon. It will be on my page. So if you follow my Facebook page, you'll see it. And it will be on StreamYard. So that will be coming up. But our next Q&A, I believe, is Sunday, the 28th.
Sounds about right.
Not this Sunday, next Sunday. So if any of you guys are just kind of wondering, like, should I go? Shouldn't I? Just take time. If you need to think about it, think about it. But it's an excellent opportunity. The one thing is that once it's full, because there are only a limited number of spots. And We are not necessarily doing this again this year. So if it's something that you've kind of like thought, like maybe I want to try it, I definitely think go for it, green light. But we will be available for questions then. If you have questions to me or Dena, both of us, Dena's lightofmind.org, mine's readings by Kim.com, and you can access us that way as well to get your questions answered if you don't want to do them in this kind of a forum. So check my calendar. Yes, check your calendar. Check all the calendars. But this is probably one of my, I have to say, because I don't teach as much anymore. I'm usually just out there doing readings all the time. But this has been my way of like feeling like I'm back in that part of me again. And I freaking love it. So I hope that as many of you can, there's only a limited number of spots, but whoever can come, like, I hope you get there. And I would love to, if I've never met you, I would love to meet you. And if I have met you, I'm going to hug your face off. That's basically how
we do a lot of hugging.
There's
definitely a lot of love. And I love that. And I just have to put out that we've been teaching together. Well, actually, you guys, we didn't even say that. We've known each other since 2005.
2005, January 2005. We've known each other.
Kim is old anyway. So.
Yeah, not Dena, just me. Even though she might be a little older, but whatever. Whatever.
And we just know each other. We complement each other. It's a beautiful dance that we do, and we know each other's irritations, and it's all good.
We poke at them. And you poke at them because that's my love language. That's one of my love languages is the poke.
Yes.
So anyway, if you guys don't have any further questions, it is Mother's Day weekend. We meet around dinner time, a little before dinner time, kind of like meet and greet, have dinner together on a Thursday night. So that'll be Thursday, May 9th. So you drive down there, everybody gets in, you get your room assignments. We start right away that evening. And then the next few days are filled with all kinds of magic. And then Sunday we kind of wrap up and you should be gone by 2-ish.
But really quick, I don't want you guys to think, I don't want you to have the intention to think that you could leave early. If you can do what you want, you're grown women, but there's a lot of closing up, setting intentions, clearing out, stepping more into your power on Sunday. So that's what that's about.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have these lovely spammers. They are not me. And hopefully Stephanie is getting rid of them right now.
Yeah, I can't even. Yeah.
But
okay.
I just want to say to everybody on here, if you get a message from someone saying you need a reading or whatever, that is neither Dena nor I, or do we support that. So we don't know who those people are. So I just want to let you know that. So if you are interested in the retreat, we would love to see you there. And whoever, Shamsu, whatever, that has nothing to do with us. So, okay. You gotta love Facebook and all the junk on there. But anyway, so all right, you guys have a wonderful night.
You guys. Thank you so much for showing up for us. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and if you want to come back Sunday, we'll be here. Sunday the 28th.
9:30.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.